Blog Talk Radio.
You are now online with Andrea, with your host, Andrea Garrison.
Welcome. You are now online with Andrea here on Blog Talk Radio. And whether you're on the phone line, on the internet, on a podcast, listening, chatting, blogging, listening to us live, or reviewing one of our archives, we are so happy to have you with us. For those of you who'd like to call in, the call-in number is 347-426-3895, and we will be opening up the phone lines perhaps later in the show for those of you who choose to call in. And for those of you who like to chat, please join our chat room. It is open, but you must be registered with Blog Talk to chat in our chat room. Our topic tonight is the Quest book, Soul of Light, Works of Illumination. And our guest is the artist, poet, and author of this wonderful, 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 colorful book, Joma Sipe, from Portugal, live from Portugal. Welcome. How are you today or this evening? Because it's night there.
Yes. Hello, Andrea. I'm all right. I'm fine.
Wonderful. Yes, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's late here. Really, it's night.
It's night, yeah. Well, that works because you love night, the dark sky. I noticed because your book is black, and then the front cover, and then it has all this illumination. I mean, the title, Soul of Light, Works of Illumination, is the perfect title for this wonderful book, you know.
Yeah, thank you.
It really is. I truly enjoyed it. I enjoyed looking at the pictures and reading the words. You know, it really just touched my heart. What a beautiful, beautiful work. And so grateful to Quest Books for finding you or for you finding them, and then, of course, the book being published. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Now, you started painting at a very young age, right? Somewhere between 7 and 9 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it that inspired you to paint at such an early age?
Yeah, I really don't know because I started to paint and to draw simple motifs and everything around, like what a child at that age can draw, the landscapes and the objects, and but something also on my imagination. I put it on the paper.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Now, you say that from early on you wanted to express your inner spiritual feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's amazing that so young that you wanted to go so deep.
Yes, I was a child that always had that inner questions and tried to answer them. So I was not just an ordinary child looking for playing at the playground, but I also done that. But there was something inside that needed to be fulfilled, needed to be answered.
Yeah. You say that you had a restless urge to discover the reasons for living on this planet and to answer the ultimate questions. Where do we come from? What are we doing here? And where are we going?
Yes, I had that urgency to discover that questions and to try to find answers to them. So I
Yeah.
looked at it in several schools, in several groups, in many persons that I talked to that could help me to find an answer to that question.
Yeah. Now, you discovered the work of Theosophist Helena Blavatsky and Annie Besant, and it made such an impression on you, and you felt a deep connection. Please tell us about that, when you discovered them, and what was it that made you feel such a deep connection?
So I went several times to the public library here in Portugal, and read some books, some spiritual books, and among those books were their own, the Blavatsky's and Annie Besant. So I read their books, and I felt a deep connection with their writings, their way of writing, their ideas, and I felt a familiar feeling that I was not reading something new and something strange, but that I was reading something that was familiar.
Yeah.
Somehow I have read that some time before. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, it is something, isn't it, when you read something written by someone else and it just resonates with you. It's like, wow, I believe that. I feel that. It's exciting, isn't it?
Yes, very exciting. And even I can remember, because I was very young. I was about 16 years old when I read those books, and the books were written on the previous century and on the 18th century, and they look so familiar. I even feel the words on my mind about the karma and about the theosophist ideas that those two women shared.
Yeah, I think it's great that you were able to find them in the library, too.
Yes, they were there, the books.
Yeah.
In Portuguese.
Oh, they were in Portuguese, too?
In Portuguese, because we have a writer that have become more known here in Portugal, the biggest poet that we have, that is Fernando Pessoa.
Yeah.
He wrote poems and some texts, beautiful texts, and he was the translator of some books by Blavatsky.
Ah, so that was the connection. So it was his translation that led you to their works.
Yes, because he made the books available to Portuguese.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, he translated the one of the most important books of Blavatsky that I love it. That is the Voice of the Silence.
The Voice of the Silence.
The Voice of the Silence. That is very beautiful.
Ah.
It's a very short book, but it's very beautiful.
Yeah, and it just made such an impression on you that it. And isn't it interesting how you discovered her in the library when you were around 16?
Yes.
And then, of course, years later, you end up publishing with Quest Books.
Yes, it's not. It's that amazing. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that synchronicity, right?
Yes, I think it's amazing because the story happens this way. I look at to a picture by Blavatsky because we have to come back about 20 years on time. There was no internet, so the libraries, the internet was not so known as it is today. So the public libraries were the place where we could find books, or where we could find pictures and information and knowledge about everything.
Yeah. And she has a very distinctive face. She looks like a very wise woman. We have to
Yeah.
encourage people to Google Helena Blavatsky.
Yes, they should.
Yeah, right, which it's spelled Blavatsky, for those of you who are listening that would like to Google and learn more about her. Now, you were also impressed with Yogananda. Now, tell us about that, and what it was about Yogananda that made such a huge impression on you, and was that around the same age, 16 or so?
Yes, it was later with Yogananda, a little bit later. With Yogananda, I was introduced by a friend that was reading the autobiography of a yogi.
Right.
That was written by him, and I bought the book and I read it, and I remembered sometimes crying on some of the passages because he is so profound and so gentle, explaining his own process, that we really believe on him, and we really feel another deep connection. I felt with Yogananda another deeper connection that I felt with Blavatsky.
Right. Yeah.
So Blavatsky was also in India for several years. Right.
Now, you also say your artwork is just spectacular. It's and just like I was saying, Illumination is so perfect for it because it's just so bright. I mean, there's just so much light in your work. You say you were always influenced by painters of the late 19th century. And in your book, you say, I am always interested in pure esotericism and all art related to it, all my art being influenced by the mystical aspects of legends, myths, and spirituality related to the inner energy of every human being. If you could just share with us some of the painters, and again, those painters were around the 19th century, so they were actually around the same time that Blavatsky.
Blavatsky, yes.
So they were in the same time frame, correct?
Correct. Perfectly. She died in 1891, so it was only 9 years to the turn of the century.
Right.
And all my favorite painters are around that time. She was born in 1860, so they are among that period of time.
Right. Yeah. So that's interesting.
And many.
What
yes,
was
it's
it though?
Interesting.
Go ahead.
Very, very interesting. And you know that many of them, and people don't know, many of them, people are becoming to know more about their work and about their connection to esotericism and to theosophy and to the occult in general. because their paintings are being revealed that way and connected with that kind of knowledge. Many of them were on Theosophist schools and painted visionary themes and symbolist themes related with the aspects, with the knowledge that Theosophy spreads.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they painted allegorical themes that were connected with something deeper, with something within.
Now you have a wonderful quote from Blavatsky on page 10 of your book. It's actually paragraph 2 and 3. I won't read the whole quote. But it's, thus night and day, the images of the past are ever marshaled before my inner eye, slowly and gliding silently like images in an enchanted panorama. Centuries after centuries appear before me. And I am made to connect these epochs with certain historical events, and I know there can be no mistake. Races and nations, countries and cities emerge during some former century, then fade out and disappear during some other one, the precise date of which I am then told by. Hoary antiquity gives room to historical periods. Myths are explained by real events and personages who have really existed, and every important, often unimportant event, every revolution, a new leaf turned in the book of life of nations, with its incipient course and subsequent natural results, remains photographed in my mind as though impressed in indelible colors. Wow.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful. When I think and watch my thoughts, they appear to me as though they were like those little bits of wood of various shapes and colors in the game known as the casse-tête. I pick them up one by one and try to make them fit each other, first taking one, then putting it aside until I find its match. And finally, there's always comes out in the end something geometrically correct. I certainly refuse point blank to attribute it to my own knowledge or memory, for I could never arrive alone at either such premises or conclusions. I tell you seriously, I am helped. And that is H.P. Blavatsky, as quoted in Henry Steele Alcott, Old Diary Leaves. Wow. That was beautiful and so poetic.
Yes, wonderful. That is it. This description is something I really haven't found someone that could describe this kind of writing this way that Blavatsky does. So she was not only writing, she was seeing what she was writing. Isn't it amazing?
Yes.
She was seeing the battles, she was seeing the occult theories that she talks about. She was seeing the quotations from the books that she wanted to put on the book, the secret doctrine, or it is unveiled. So she says that the natural light gave her the words and the images so that she can put them on the paper.
Right. So
she was a visionary.
Yeah, as you are a visionary. So she was able to take what she could see and put into words, and you were able to take what you could see and put it in your paintings.
Well, somehow, it's something like that. Because I also when I am painting, when I am drawing, I enter in some kind of space or world, what we can call it, that I am aware of the light of what I need to draw, but I have no conscience of it.
So do you sort of let's see, how shall I put it? You don't really think then. You totally
No.
You totally just you feel it, and then you paint what it is that you feel and what you see. Is that it, or?
Yes, completely. I don't use the mind.
Yeah.
So I don't use the mind. I have a black paper or a black canvas with nothing there, but for me, it's like the image is being formed in that time, in that moment that I am painting, that I am drawing. So I cannot explain. It's not really seeing with the physical eye.
Yeah. Well, you know,
it's something more.
Yeah, you know how you hear a lot of people say that's, when people get into meditation or they talk about, how you just clear the mind, and you let go of everything and kind of almost get into a point where there's just nothing. Of course, because I always say there's never just nothing. Even nothing is something.
yes. Even nothing is something. Really.
But to kind of clear everything, and it sounds like that's what you do, is you become totally clear and open at the same time to allow whatever it is to come out on that blank canvas.
And for me, on that state of meditation or concentration when I'm working, really everything appears geometrically. So for me, the world that I see beyond is made of geometrical forms.
Yeah, I really feel, when I'm looking at your paint, like right now I'm looking at the cover, it's almost like you're seeing in a whole nother world.
Yeah. You know that this series of the Cathedrals of the Soul, they come all in one, each of them in one day.
Right.
I made one by day. Each one, it took 9 days to make all of them. So I couldn't stop.
And then at 9 days you just stopped, and there was no more.
I just stopped. I put it the black paper in front of me, the 9 cathedral that I wanted to draw, and nothing appeared.
Yeah. Now, tell us about your whole process. You were saying that you use gold and silver. Now, the canvas is black. Now, do you actually paint it black, or you're able to buy actually black canvas?
No, I have to paint them.
So you
with
paint
a special, with a special ink, acrylic ink that is black.
Right.
And to make the perfect support for the drawing.
So that's interesting. Now you would think, because your background, at least from what I see, is always black. Do you ever find, is your black different every time you do it? And
That is an interesting question.
You said that's an interesting question.
Yes, very interesting question.
Well, I want you to know, Joma, I didn't plan that, but it occurred to me that you always paint the canvas black. And then I said, but is it always the same black every time you paint it? You're laughing at me. A weird question, right?
Yes, because it's a wonderful question, really. Because what I am thinking is that it's like somehow the painting already existed on the black, and I just needed to see and to transform the blackness, the darkness, into light.
Right.
So the black really is different because every canvas or every paper has already something inside of it.
Yeah.
Maybe,
yeah, and I guess when you think about it, each canvas really, even though it's blank and it's white, every single canvas is different because no two pieces are the same.
Yes. And what is going to be painted is completely different in that material.
Right. Exactly. I mean, so technically...
Good point.
Yeah, so technically everything is the same, but really it isn't.
Really, it isn't. Really, maybe I think with the geometrical forms that is the base of my work, I try to catch the primordial energy that forms the universe. Now scientists are proving that even everything that is alive or that is not alive, but everything is alive.
Yeah.
Beyond the atom, beyond the electron, beyond the core, the deep core of the atom, there is life, and they have proven that kind of life is somehow geometrical.
Right. Now, when you were 7 years old and painting, were you painting geometrical then as well?
No. I was painting landscapes or bodies or faces or something like that. I wanted to paint. I wanted to transmit something, but it haven't appeared that time what I wanted to do.
Right.
So I think something changed deep inside of me, and made me see these works and do these works.
Yeah. So what is it that changed inside of you, and when did it change? When did you start painting the geometric light? How's that?
Yeah, geometric light
is
a very, very good title for a book.
Geometric light.
Geometric light. It's very nice, very nice. So I don't know precisely when it changed. I started to do these geometrical paintings in 2006, 2005, something beyond around those dates. and it was when I was very connected with Yogananda
Right.
and Hindu teachings. I visited India also 2 times.
Right.
The first one was in 2005. And I think somehow something changed during that time.
Yeah.
I also met a spiritual guru that I don't mention on the book, I think, I don't know. That is Swami Vishwananda. I don't know
Right.
if you have heard about.
Yes.
That is from the Mauritian Islands.
Right.
And in 2004, I went to London to meet him. And I also became acquainted more with the Hindu culture and with Satya Sai Baba, Vishwananda, and all related with that. And I think something really changed deep within.
Yeah.
Some of the answers were becoming more clear.
Yeah.
So,
And I guess. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Or I really changed it within.
Yeah.
Somehow.
And well, that's where true change begins, don't you think? That it starts on the inner and then it manifests on the outer?
Somehow I met people outside, so on the outer, like those men that I talked and learned and read books about those persons, and I think that changed my state within, and that made me do these things and manifest these things outside. So it's a vice versa process. The outside gives me something to change my inside. I change my inside and give something outside.
Yeah. The connection,
Yes, the connection.
And then, I'm looking at, the cover is just so beautiful. And I'm looking at how the geometric light, how everything is spiraled and everything is connected,
Even the point, the lines, no?
Right. Yeah. Everything is connected.
And sometimes deeper and more dense, and other times expands and become simple and gentle.
Yeah. It's interesting, just that whole process of creating light.
Yeah. It's a little bit strange, creating light.
Right.
Your words are strange because what is light? Should it be created? What kind of light is this? No.
Right.
It's the light from the sun. It's the light from a lamp. Is what kind of light?
Yeah, I guess there's different kinds of light, and certainly there's a light in you that you're able to manifest on the canvas.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe we all can be light, right? at some point.
I believe. I believe in that. In one of my discoveries, if we can call it so, is that we all are one. And we are all connected. So
Right.
we are not separate beings.
Right.
Besides our different phase and different aspect and form physically, what relies inside is an essence that is equal to each other.
Yeah. And you hear that, people say they're looking for the light, but really
Yes.
you don't have to look that far for the light, do you?
No, we are light. We are the light. So the light is not inside any place, inside any book, in any other place that's inside of us. This thing that we cannot explain, that make us a living being without being connected to electricity or to a battery or something, and that keeps us talk, that keep our heart beat and our lungs in function, our blood going and going. This kind of energy and light is really what we are.
Yeah. And I think the other day I seem to recall that you were saying that you weren't ever really afraid of the dark.
No.
That you
no,
could
really.
always, yeah.
Well, I really have not ever been afraid of the dark. I remember going with my grandmother, and on the village that she'd lived, so when I was a child, there was no light, no electricity. So they were with oil lamps, and I love it to look and stare at the sky and look at stars, and being there on perfectly shadows and with no light.
Yeah.
The light was that I made are those stars.
Yeah.
On the night sky.
The night sky, we have the stars. Yeah. You
Yes.
broke up a little bit, and so I missed a little bit of what you said. There was a little technical glitch. But yeah, that's beautiful imagery, to have that little lantern and then just seeing, the illumination from that small little lantern, right, is amazing, isn't it?
Yes, and have you tried to look to the sky and to see the stars without any light around us?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
In some kilometers, on some miles, with no light, no lamp, no light on houses or
Right.
anywhere else, and we stare at the sky and we feel, oh my God, this is really beautiful.
Yeah. Wow. And so, now just tell us about your whole process, with your paintings, the techniques that you use. You use the gold, the silver, of course the black, the gold, the silver, and then crystals.
That is what I call it, the original paintings that are on the black canvas and on the black paper that I use, also paper.
Right.
That is black. And I design with gold and silver based ink pens, very thin pens that made the design.
Right.
And when I feel that it's finished, I cannot design any circle on that work. So I have the work finished always.
Yeah. Now, of course, on the cover, I see a hint of purple or lilac, and then a hint of like blue, or it's almost like aqua.
Yeah. This is second part of the process. On that painting with the silver and the gold, I use also the crystals that I put on some special points. Then I take a picture of this work that I call the original one, and then I made effects on the computer, material effects with colors, and this kind of effects that you see here.
Yeah.
You can see on page 13 and 14 and 15 the different versions. The original version,
right?
And when I illuminate it with computer effects with colors.
Right.
So on the left there is really the handmade painting and with the silver and gold and the crystal, and on the right there is the illuminated one. So these effects are made on the photographs of the original paintings.
Yeah, beautiful. Now let's talk about the chakra poems on. Now, just tell us about that.
Oh, this arrive with the same energy of the paintings. Sometimes when I'm writing poetry,
right.
the words flow very gentle and very softly. So if you ask me if I remember of this being written, I cannot remember.
Wow. So, which came first, the poem or the painting? 'Cause I'm looking on page 19, and I'm looking. It's just so beautiful. The painting that's on page 18. It's on 18 and part of page 19, and people really have to get the book to see how intricate the work is. You know, I have to tell you, certain parts of it just looks like the universe. It's like, can you imagine the universe on one canvas? You know, it's like you've got it right there.
For me, it appears this way. I imagine it being full of these lines and lines and lines and intricate lines and lines crossing each other and being intersected. I imagine it this way.
Yeah,
and
it's amazing. I'm just wondering, you know, what? I mean, when do you know you're done? Because I guess it's just amazing. It's so intricate and.
Yes, I use a compass and the rules and the squares to make the lines. And I know that it is done when I try to make other line and try to make other circle. And I try to do that over the painting, and I cannot.
So you say, if I can't do it, and because it's so important for everything to connect. And, you know, this piece looks like it has wings on it. Do you know?
Yes, it has wings. It has wings of the Mercury caduceus that the visionaries from the past century imagine it, that the Kundalini, that is the power that relies on this chakra, the red one, the
Yeah.
chakra, and connect us to Earth and other aspects. The Kundalini arises between these two chords that are called the Ida and the Pingala in the tradition, and then they appear on the brain and on the top of the head like two wings, and revealing the power that is inside of man, the energy, the light that is inside of each being.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It really is.
Like
It's just
like we are angels, manifested that angelness.
yeah, your voice, I guess the technical problems, but I'm so glad we're connected from Portugal, even though we had a few technical glitches. It's just so
Yes.
wonderful hearing you talk about the work, the light and the wings and the color and the lines and the circles and all of that.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. I'm sorry.
Could be compared.
You'll have to
You are
repeat
listening?
it. Yeah, I can hear you, but you were sounding a little. There was some technical problems, so if you can just repeat what you were saying.
Yes. It is. These wings is like a manifestation or an allegory of man being an angel.
You said it's a manifestation of you being an angel?
Man
Man being an angel.
Being an
Yeah.
angel.
Ah, beautiful.
Because angels are always represented with wings.
Yeah, beautiful. And I wanted to read some of your chakras on chakra 1. I mean, they're all so beautiful. It's and it's just beautiful. Just looking at the pictures and then reading the poetry in the book. Now, in this case, you wrote this poem first and then you did the painting, or did you do the painting?
I did the paintings, and then I wrote the poems for the book.
Ah.
Especially for the book, they tell a story from the chakra 1 and the unborn, and we being created to the chakra 7, that is the manifestation of light, of what we are really.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, here's chakra 1. When light came to me, I was the firstborn. Inside your womb, mother, I did not cry. I did not ask for pleasure or any cloth to cover my body. At first, I had no shame, and my entire body was perfect, so perfect and balanced, knowing the way to go as the river, the sea recognizes. I am now 3 times at sleep inside your womb. Mother, I have honey in my lips and sweetness inside my heart. I must awake, Mother, and show myself to the entire bitter world. My blood is red and my veins taste like a calm breeze. Beautiful.
Very, very beautiful being read by you.
It's just so beautiful. I love poetry. It's just nice. And you don't remember writing it?
No. I made it, and the words and the lines flow like being on a state of trance. I can say this. I don't know what people will think, but I have to say this. So I'm not aware of what I'm writing. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't know if it can. I can describe it this way. I don't want to enter in some kind of. I don't have nothing against. I don't have nothing in favor, but I cannot. I don't want to enter in spiritism or making me like someone that is connected with someone that is channeling and everything, because we have so much these times, no?
Yeah.
But it's somehow like that. It is like being in a trance and transcribing a message.
Right.
And transcribing.
So the way you write is pretty much the same way you paint. So it's
yes,
not coming through the mind. Would you say it's coming more through the heart, perhaps, from the heart?
Yes, from the heart and from what we have inside that connects to the light that can make and that can create.
Yeah.
So there is a connection with something beyond this physical world that we are always connected, and that we think that is the real world.
Yeah.
But I believe there is other.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I believe there is other worlds, and that we are connected to them, to that places and to that light.
Beautiful. I wanted to read Chakra 2. May I read Chakra 2?
Yeah, of course.
Or would you like to read it?
No, you read better than me.
Well, I don't know about that, but you can read it. I'm sure it's beautiful. Would you like to read it?
Okay, I'm going to read it. I have awakened. Doesn't my soul sleep anymore? There are angels on the bed where I slept, starting now to climb the stairways to heaven. I see the petals outside the flowers. They appear orange to me. They appear as open light crossing a way flanked on both sides by sad trees. I know now my pilgrimage path. The stars will always be at my feet. Let the dark clouds disappear and the sun kiss my head. Of a summer holiday. There are the two sides of the rainbow.
Beautiful. You know, it dropped out a little bit. There was a little bit of an echo, but he's calling in from Skype, everyone, from Portugal. And we're connected. So this is wonderful. And so it's perfectly imperfect, and people should just get the book so that they can really see what we're seeing and read what we're reading. Shall we read Chakra 3? Would you like to read it, or would you like for me to read it?
I'd like for you to read it.
It's just so beautiful. The past exists no more. I have reached the third level of knowledge inside. There is no place for sadness and tears. Find no rest here. Yellow flowers blossom in my heart. The fields are covered with green, enchanted petals of yellow roses. My body dresses with bright white light to receive love. Come to me, gentle child. Come to the arms of a father that punishes no more, who loves and nothing asks in return, I am one with the soul of the Father. I am one with the essence of the Mother. Beautiful. Wow.
The colors are mentioned on the pole. The red, the orange, the yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow flowers blossom in my heart. Enchanted petals of yellow roses. So that really means something related with the chakra, with the color of the chakra.
Beautiful. You know, I'm hoping that people will buy the book, and then as they're listening to this program, they can just kind of hear what you're saying, and as we reflect on each of the paintings and the chakras. I mean, just beautiful on page 22, when everyone goes out and gets the book. The green is just magnificent.
Green. Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's the chakra of the heart. So it has a special light and a special design. The heart is always important, no?
Yes.
I think it's the most important place of our human body.
Yeah, it is just lovely. And would you like to read 4, or would you like for me to read it?
Yeah, I can read it.
Okay.
We read each one, one poem. Also, who knows? Only the green open heart of the closet forest. Who wants to know? Only the perfect fool, looking for the light temple inside. Keep looking, O fool of fools. Keep longing for hope and with faith. Never something so precious has ever been given to anyone. Faith. With it, you can move your own inner mountains. Believe in your heart, dear child of God. Inside of you lies the entire universe. You are truly everything that exists.
Beautiful. I love the line that says, only the green open heart of the closed forest.
Yes.
Wow.
It's very poetical.
Yes. I get,
the green open path to the closed forest.
Yeah,
nice.
And it just flowed through you. You didn't have to overthink it, and that's what's so beautiful when you have that sort of outpouring, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Mm.
When the words gently, I know that I am doing something right on the poem or on the painting. When I feel that everything flows so gently, so tenderly, without resistance, completely in acceptation, you know?
Yeah. Beautiful.
People nowadays try to resist, try to express anger to what is happening to them, being a disease, being a financial problem, being something related with something they believe that is not good. And with meditation and with concentration, we believe that, and we achieve that we should express not resistance but acceptance. I believe that we should accept everything that that is what I do with, what comes with poetry and with designs.
Yeah. Yeah, and if it flows so tenderly, it's just
Yes.
it's and beautifully like that. There's nothing to change, is there? You just
Yes.
accept it as it is, as it flows.
Yes, I compare it to being a day on the beach, and the afternoon is going out and the night is coming, but there is still some sun, and the sunset is coming, and a little breeze, a gentle breeze on the dune, and the smell of the sea. You see that gentleness, that kindness.
Yeah.
Everything is so soft, is so pure, is so nature. It comes so naturally, without resistance, without making obstacles.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, here's chakra 5. Express the feeling.
Yeah.
Express yourself in blue waves of thought, care, and emotion. Love the entire world until infinity. As the wind blows softly above the seas, blow your love with kindly care through all your existence. You can see now. Everything can be seen by you. Don't be afraid of the sunset. Tomorrow, there will always be a new sunrise, a new blue dawn waiting for a way different from the one you chose.
Mm.
Wow.
I think this gives us hope.
Yes, I think so. Really beautiful. It's amazing. I felt when I was reading your book, reading the poetry and looking at the pictures, I just felt good and light just reading through it. It was a very relaxing, meditative experience. It was just beautiful.
Yes, that's nice.
There was no stress.
Yeah.
It was just a beautiful experience reading the book.
That's a beautiful description, and I want people to feel that way.
Yeah.
And to relax and can be apart from the stress that we have on our daily lives.
Right. So certainly you give light to us all in your book, which is beautiful.
I want to do so. If I can achieve that goal, it will be wonderful.
Right. And what's so amazing, if there's that much light in the pictures in the book, I mean, I would imagine seeing your paintings in person are just like, wow, so special.
Yes.
Did you want to read 6, chakra 6?
Yes. So, we are telling a story, we are climbing and reaching something deeper. So it tells like this: you are almost there, little child. Just let your imagination go free. Set the fire in the candle of your heart. Light your indigo veins with magic blood. Let the third eye be open. Let your intuition lead your footprints. Let the sand on your path be softened by loving words. You are almost there. Heaven is near, just one cloud above. Just one cloud to get there.
I know, isn't that beautiful? One cloud, just one cloud.
One cloud. You just need one cloud to get there. Even here is very soft.
Yeah. I love the story, the way it's evolving. And I think it's more special because just to hear you talk about it, it's really quite special. But here is Chakra 7. You have reached heaven. Don't touch it. Live inside it. Don't think that is not for you. It is all that you are. Don't think that you can't get there. It is already inside. Just realize, little white child, the beauty of your crown. All the angels sing now. Together they praise the one who has reached the other side. Only one shore, but so many ships that sail to it. Only one sand, but so many footprints that go nowhere. Only one God, but so many essences spreading his love. Wow.
I think it's beautiful also.
It is beautiful. So, what is it, as they say, back at you?
What?
Well, there's an expression that says back at you, but so what is it like? Because basically, we're talking about your paintings and your poetry, and when I read it, I'm giving it back to you, what you put out. So what is it like for you to get it back?
It's like being again on the world that created them. It's like being again, listening to you, reading it is like being again on the same state that created the poetry. Yeah, it's quite like being again on that state, because for me, how can I explain? It is not like being always in meditation or concentration or being always in a beautiful and heavenly state. It is not like that. It flows naturally. I think it's the way that I am.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But it flows gently. It flows softly, and listening to you, the words, they really came back to me as I was reading them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to read all of them because I really want people to, read the book. But I have to tell you, the one on page 39, I love that one.
39?
39. My heart belongs to no one.
Yeah.
That is really beautiful.
And this title, I don't know from where it came. Really.
Yeah. 1,000 burning. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was telling you, I didn't know from where it came, because I think we are not talking about the physical heart.
Yeah. Beautiful. I was going to read it, or would you like to read? Well, you could.
No.
You could read one verse, and then, or did you want me to read it, or you want me to read it?
Yes, I want. Yes, you read so well.
My heart belongs to no one. 1,000 burning torches illuminate my darkness now, and my heart burns and my pulse lives from your blood and light. 1,000 torches burn, scaring away the loneliness. 1,000 torches burning, giving that to what already is. Fire of fire and light of light, forgotten forever. Lives go through my endless gaze when I look at the pillars of light or the choices I made and I left unfulfilled. Promises of achievement and heights of burning opium, again on fire. I burn on the funeral pyre of your being. Wow.
This is powerful.
Yeah. It really is. Just amazing. Well, there's just, it's such a wonderful experience that you have created for us in this book.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Now, do you have anything that you would like to share about the book, about your work, about your paintings, about your poetry, and that we haven't covered? And then I had one more thing that I wanted to ask you about as well. And the whole thing, throughout you speak of love.
Yes.
Unconditional love, the love that has no boundaries or preconception of any kind. I was wondering if you could speak about that, your views on unconditional love, and then if you have anything else that you'd like to share, please share it.
So, I see unconditional love as a kind of love that has no boundaries, that has no special connection with anyone. So it's a special love and not a special love. So it is unconditional. It has no conditions. This kind of love is the love that I wish people to discover on the light that is on this book. So soul of light can also be soul of love, because this light reflects that love, that unconditional love, and that love reflects this light. So love and light are words to describe the same. So we are made of light. Our soul is made of light. And this light is connected with that unconditional love. I don't know how much more to say.
Yeah, well, that's beautiful. I think you said a lot there. There's another on page 97. You have a poem there, The Ones Who Know Themselves, which I think is beautiful. Would you like to read that, please?
Yes.
Or I think that would be a great poem to maybe close with. What do you think?
I'm your disposal, you know. It is nice to talk with you and to listen you to read these poems.
Yeah, it is
I think
lovely.
it's lovely. So the ones who know themselves, I am special, a winged angel in a world of beings without wings. I am special, a morning fog that comes after the coast and looks forward to reaching the sea. I am special. I am that loss that makes you believe, that gives you hope in beautiful days of wonders. I am special. The one that bases your body with massages, with using sweet oils. I know myself. I know who I am. Neither more centuries nor the lives of past reincarnations defeat me. I know myself. I know your innermost being. I know who you are. But you do not know me. Come to me. I will give you the nectar of self-knowledge that will make you free.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And there's just, I love poetry. I've always loved poetry, and of course I've always loved art. So this book is the perfect combination, and I love light. So you've got it all here. You've got the art, the poetry, the light.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank
it's just, yeah, it's just beautiful.
Hope that people can buy it and reach the same conclusion and take advantage of it and discover the light inside. We need so much light nowadays.
Right.
And we need so much love.
Yeah. Now you you know, it's funny, I'm looking at another poem, and you make me want to read another poem. This is so beautiful. Message 6, it says, it's just beautiful. I know who you are and the love that lives there in your open heart. I know of the sharing that you have to give so you can receive. There is a secret hidden from the bygone days that is to be yourself, truthful to your still heart. Everything that is secret is of your knowledge. Love thyself, give the gift that is also given to you. Love everyone who comes to you in search of love, because only love is what you are, and only love can you share.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's really.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Really,
Well,
I believe that.
Yeah. You know, it's funny, you are described as a visionary artist and poet, and I think that is so appropriate for you.
Thank you.
And all I can say is, I'm grateful that you can see what you see. Because,
and I'm grateful to be with you and to talk with you this way.
yeah. Well, thank you so much. So I guess you're going to be doing another book called Geometric Light.
Maybe it's a good title. You have to remember that title, because I have a lot of works that can be in another book. Geometric Light is very nice. If the title is not on some published book now, I don't know.
But that's okay, because if you do it, it'll have a different feel to it anyway.
Yes. But this recent poem that you read, it's very nice. It talks about love and I wish that people could read the book and feel the book and feel the love that is inside it.
Yeah.
And that comes with the light. So it's not a person that is so esoteric and so fond of the occult and the difficult themes and intellect themes, but he talks about love.
Yeah.
Light, love. So I wish people could see it this way. I think quests have seen it this way.
Yeah. Well, it's wonderful that that you found each other.
Yeah.
And if people want to know about you, of course they can go to questbooks.net, and they can also go to your website, which is www.jomasipe.com, correct?
Yes, correct.
Which is
very correct.
JOMASIPE.com. Well, It's been a real pleasure, Joma. Mm-hmm. Really beautiful.
And for me also, this time spent with you and with the persons that are listening.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, thank you so much for the Soul of Light works of illumination.
Thank you so much for interviewing me and reading these poems and making these questions.
You're quite welcome. Thank you for seeing
much.
Thank you for seeing the light in the black.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Good night.
Okay, good night.
I would like to thank our guest, visionary artist, poet, and author, Joma Sipe, from Portugal, for being here to discuss his book, Soul of Light, Works of Illumination. For more information, please visit www.questbooks.net and www.jomasipe.com, and that's JOMASIPE.com. To each and every one of you out there, thank you so much for joining me, Andrea Garrison, and connecting here online with Andrea. Listen to me live or listen to the archive. Just continue connecting heart to heart. Make sure you join me next time here on Blog Talk Radio, the citizen's voice on the Internet, taking radio to a new interactive and expansive level. But in the meantime, do whatever you can to reach out to help others, and never underestimate the power of a friendly smile. Thank you so much for listening to Andrea Garrison. Take care.
Thank you for connecting to Online with Andrea, with your host, Andrea Garrison.